As a business owner, you probably obsess about crafting a sales pitch that has the highest possible conversion rates. This is a very reasonable expectation. But there is something really important that needs to happen if we want to ensure our sales pitch has a super high conversion rate. And that is, it must be readable. And what I mean by this is that our sales pitch starts from the top, has a middle, and has a bottom. And in order for the buyer to actually make a purchase, they will, in all likelihood, need to start from the top, work their way through, get to the middle, work their way through, and get to the bottom of our sales pitch. And the way the sales pitch typically is constructed is that each piece of information that's being revealed to the buyer is building momentum, giving more clarity, amplifying desire. And so by the end of that sales pitch, they have all the information that they need in order to make a purchase. So that transition from top to bottom is what we call readability. And readability basically is the way in which the arguments are constructed, way in which the tempo is built, the way the notes are arranged in our sales page that gets the reader to want to read the first paragraph and then incentivized to read the second paragraph and then read the third paragraph, also called the slippery slide effect. And so getting them from the top of that sales pitch to the bottom of the sales pitch is critically important. And in fact, if you look at your analytics data, what you will find is that people that scroll down to the bottom of the sales pitch and read the entire sales pitch have a conversion rate that is way, way higher than anyone else who came to the page, the site average, right? So clearly there is a direct correlation. And this kind of makes sense. Think about products that you buy. Think about any interaction that you do. Isn't there a higher likelihood of you buying once if you're really engaged in something, you'll want to read all the information. And if you read all the information, then there is now you've sunk effort into it, which means there's a very high likelihood that you'll want to capitalize on that effort by making a purchase. That same is true on your product page. So you want to make sure that readability has been solved just as much as putting together a sales pitch that converts buyers. So if your conversion rates are not as high as you'd like them to be, go back and investigate readability, because what you'll discover is that the way in which your argument is arranged could have a massive impact on the probability that the reader gets to the bottom of the sales pitch. Focus on readability.